Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. This is Echo Awful 8 playing some Kerbal Space Program. This is a game about building things and launching them into outer space. So let's get started. I've actually had to record this earlier because my computer doesn't really like recording this game, and it would have taken forever if I was doing it live recording, so I've decided to do a post recording. Because this computer, when it gets to the launch stage, it'll just record things like when it's recording stuff, it'll just take 4 times as long as real time to do stuff. And I've included a bit of the launch stage in real time, and not launch stage, flight stage rather, in real time for you to see what that's like. So I'm just putting together a thing that's going to be a hub for a space station. Those are the docking ports I'm putting on now. Ignore that bit of a jump there. I may or may not have spilt milk all over my keyboard and had to edit that part out while I was cleaning it. Ignore that giant RCS tank that just appeared. That was I put that in when I was cleaning the keyboard and I didn't notice or whatever. But I'm currently just building it. I don't think I put enough fuel on or something. It ran out, and now I can't rendezvous with it. Wow. I instantly start setting it up to record my voice, and then my nose just starts itching. I don't know why. And it's the side with the microphone in front of it too. So I'm worried that it's really annoying because it's itching, but at the same time I'm afraid I'm going to just bump it with the microphone. I'm gonna bump the microphone with my hand as I itch my nose, as I scratch my nose. Goodness, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. All right. So what am I doing now? I've put the RCS thrusters on it, and I've put a little rocket on it, and I'm putting 2 massive solar panels on it, which I discover later. I don't record that part. I don't record the part where it's actually in an orbit for whatever reason. But as I discover later, the massive solar panels make the little port things really hard to get to, and so I'm going to launch another little thing that will then that's meant to then connect the ports to like sort of extend them a bit. I've called them bridges. And so what they'll do is they'll just go onto the docking ports on there and allow things to dock to it that are out of the way of the solar panel things. So yeah. Oh, and those are literally just wooden struts I've strapped onto it to stabilize it. It turns out they're stronger than the struts that come with the game. And that's literally just my launcher for this. That's all the launch I ever need. All the launch power I ever need. I think the thruster ratio on there is like 2.2 or something. And so I've called it medium space station because I made a large space station and a little space station, and neither of them flew. And so I've made a medium one because that makes sense. Here I am putting just the support things on as low as they can possibly go. Save that delta V so I can get into a better orbit. And just putting the final preparations on and adding my crew, Derbal and Nelfield, I believe. Yep, Derbal and Nelfield. And so I'm letting MechJeb do this launch because I won't have the patience. Because this is going 4 times as slow as actual real time. Like this part here is. You'll notice the launch clamps deploying. That's them now in slow motion. And you'll also notice there's a stretching effect going on with the things in the background. That's the recording software. My recording software just sucks. See, look, it's stretching out the runway train and stuff, and the launch and the little tower there, and the pavement as my rocket launches, because it doesn't play nicely with anything really. You've seen it. You've seen some of my videos. I've used the same program for all of them, and it still sucks. So I think you get the picture of how slow this launch is going to be. So I've sped it up. I'm going to speed it up pretty soon to 4 times time acceleration, which should be a good analog to real time. And here we go now. This is about as fast as the rocket would normally be launching. Yeah, the two Kerbals are being very weird in the bottom right hand corner. But that's normal for them, I suppose. Who can really blame them? They're the only thing that's keeping them from falling out of the sky right now is a controlled explosion happening below them, literally at their backs where they can't see it. Derbal's for some reason very happy about that. And the rocket has in fact throttled down because it's at terminal velocity. And you'll notice it's losing mass as it's burning through its fuel. And I'm running out of things to say about it, really. So yeah, feature the channel. I'm going to record whenever I can, really, which I'm afraid might not be entirely too often. And here we're doing our gravity turn. You can see the flames now from the rocket. They are very bright orangish yellow. Feature the channel, as I was saying. I'm going to be making a powder toy video at some point. I'm going to be posting one of those. I may be doing more stuff with the with actual console games, because the capture card, for whatever reason, I think it'll only record black and white if it's on a if it's doing stuff with the RGB, the RCA ports. I think if I just use HDMI, it'll be fine. And we're about to run out of fuel with our other tank, and so we've jettisoned that, and we're just on the part. Nothing else will fall off the spacecraft, unless I accidentally bump into it when I'm docking to it or something. But nothing else is supposed to fall off of the space station now. Nellfield and Derbal are very happy about that, I suppose. Oh yeah, you may be wondering why the rocket launched so quietly, and it's because I haven't recorded the sound. You can tell it to record sound, but for whatever reason it doesn't like to record sound from your speakers that are built into your computer. And so it's like, I don't want to do this. I'm about to cut off the launch thing because it was just going to take forever. It's gotten into orbit and we're launching the bridge now. Or we've launched the bridge. No, we've launched the bridge. This is the bridge. And we're actually putting it into it's meant to be going into an intercept with our with the space station we launched earlier. And NecJeb kinda screws it up. So it's trying to finish off the last of its delta V to get the maneuver exactly right. And it's just gonna spin around in awkward little circles. And I'm going to let it burn through some of my monopropellant for the RCS, trying to get it to align with that little blue node, because that's the maneuver. See, look, there I go. It's just gonna do that. So I tell it to cancel the maneuver, and then it's going to burn to another target. What's it doing now? It's increasing its apoapsis to get into a wider orbit, so the other thing can then catch up to it. And I think it's about to get it wrong. I think it is in fact now sinking. It is sinking. That was the maneuver it did wrong. And so we're now falling into the atmosphere of Kerbin, which is the planet the little Kerbals live on. If you're wondering why there aren't any Kerbals on this craft, it's because it's unmanned. And it's not like, oh, the Kerbals have died or something, now they've disappeared. No. This is just unmanned. There are no Kerbals on this little part. No Kerbals at all. And I've actually not realized yet that we're falling into the atmosphere. Uh, I've actually just figured it out at this point. Like, you can't warp when you're in atmosphere. I'm in atmosphere, and so I'm just we're just gonna watch this thing fall. Ignore that. That was an updater. So I jettisoned the engine, and so we're just gonna glide in. I sped it up to 4 times physics acceleration for some reason. The camera docking port is not focusing on anything, and so I just get rid of that. Oh, look, we're on fire. Atmospheric effects. They're so pretty. They actually don't harm the craft, contrary to popular belief, or contrary to actual real life. Although I heard they were going to put that in eventually. I don't think they should. If you want your craft to burn up in orbit, get realistic physics mod. Otherwise, you just stick to this. They're taking out the trash somewhere, if you can hear it. And here it is, crashing into the ocean. And there are the I jettisoned the heat radiator panels, and so that's just them falling off now. And then here's me wondering what I should do next. And I'm going to end the video now. That's what I'm going to do. So leave a like if you liked, a favorite if it's your favorite thing on YouTube right now, and catch you all later. Goodbye.